Hey guys, Makai Muse here, downtown Athens at Alumni Cookie Dough, one of the best dessert spots in Athens. You guys come check them out whenever you're downtown. Go Dogs! Hey guys, Makai Muse here. We're at Alumni Cookie Dough. I got a special guest and partner with me. Let me turn it over to him.
Hey y'all, I'm Mike Dolander. My wife and I, Jennifer, founded Alumni Cookie Dough 5 years ago. Welcome to Players Lounge. Makai, enjoy working with you. Appreciate y'all coming out. I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. Like I said, we opened up 5 years ago. We've since franchised. We've got our 5th store opening in Ackworth next month. We have a lot of great goodies here. Makai's favorite is our cookie dough milkshake, and he's partaking in that now. We have scoops of edible cookie dough. We've got cookie dough bites. We've got dough witches. We've got 15 flavors of cookie dough, and we also have gluten-friendly and vegan flavors. Go Dogs!
Hey guys, Makai Muse here, back with another episode of Untold Stories. We got a special guest here, Jacob Hardie, man. How you been doing?
I've been doing good. I'm happy to be here on the show with you.
We're at Alumni Cookie Dough, and let's kick things off. So first question, Jacob, do you want to tell the fans a little bit about your story, like being a walk-on coming to UGA?
Yeah, so basically I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. I grew up in the DMV. I grew up there my entire life. My dad was military, so he kind of moved around. I've been in Virginia, Maryland, and D.C., where I was born. I kind of had a weird recruiting. I didn't really have much recruitment my entire high school career up until my junior year summer, heading into my senior year, and I kind of just got lucky, got invited to a Georgia workout. It worked out, and I was able to receive a walk-on opportunity to come here and play football.
Yeah, you said military, you mentioned military. So how was that growing up, like changing schools and living in different areas, making new friends? How did that go?
It was weird, I won't lie, but it teach me to adapt to new situations, new places, new people. So I feel like growing up in that background, in that environment with my dad, who was always real stern and keeping us straightforward on everything, it kind of prepared me for growing up as a man.
Yeah, it probably definitely prepared you for all the troubles we have here and all the hardships we have here at the University of Georgia and just growing up as young men, as you said. So I would like to ask you, what would you say has been your hardest moment at the University of Georgia?
Coming here. The hardest moment at my University of Georgia is coming here because like all of us, like you and like 90% of our team, we were all the biggest dudes, best dudes on our football team when we were in high school. So coming here in a walk-on role where my shine is a lot smaller, you got to get used to that. And being at Georgia, it taught me that I'm not always the biggest, baddest person around, but I can still fit a role and be used where I'm needed.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's definitely a reality check, especially like you said, like coming from your high school, you're the main guy, like coaches definitely like running plays for you. You like, it's basically you're running the offense, you're running whatever position you playing at your school, and now you come in here and you're kind of like at the bottom of the totem pole. So Jacob, who would you say like inspired you most in life to become the man you are today?
To get a little personal, probably my aunt. About 3 years ago, my aunt passed away from pancreatic cancer. She was battling for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and she was like my best friend. I call her my second mom. Right before she passed, on her deathbed, I was one of the last people to talk to her, and she just told me to keep pushing for everything I wanted and to pursue everything I wanted and to love everybody and love everything. So after that moment struck, that was kind of like a big moment in my life, so I just put my head down and went to work. But yeah, who do you think inspired you to be here, though?
Who inspired me? I would say my uncle, honestly. Ever since I was young, like I wore 21 for him. Like he played corner at the University of Toledo. He got injured, so he would have got drafted, but he never really had the chance because he got injured, so I tried to play through him.
So like Makai, with you being here, clearly you're a vet. You've been here longer than I have. I'm trying to learn how I can make my spot on this team, so I can really get a role and make some noise. What would you say is a big key component to trying to get deeper into the offense, creating a bigger role for yourself?
For creating a bigger role for yourself, I would say honestly put your head down and work.
Right.
You gotta work. You gotta let the coaches notice you. Don't force anything. Don't be arrogant. Sometimes like you feel like you're improving and like maybe you should move up in the depth chart, but just stay humble, keep pushing, and everything will be fine. Now I know you said the story about your aunt. That was a very heartfelt story you told me. And being far from home, how is that? Because I'm a Georgia native, so I'm 45 minutes on the road. How is it being far from home?
It's different. Coming down here, coming down to the South specifically, even if the fans can hear, I talk different than y'all talk. I don't really have no Southern accent. But I mean, I enjoy being down here. It's a lot quieter. It's a lot slower. You know, the people, I will say, Southern hospitality is definitely a real thing. You definitely don't get this at-home feeling back home, but I love home. That's where all my boys are, my friends, my family, most importantly. That's what I'm used to. So I'm never going to forget the DMV because that's where I'm from and that's all I know. But I definitely enjoy being in Georgia and how they welcomed me.
Yeah, you said Southern accents like you guys have. Are you talking about me?
Everybody. I come around here, y'all speak way different. There are certain words I'll say that like y'all look at me like I'm foreign, and then I look at y'all when y'all start speaking. I don't know what they talking about. Like, I went to go get food the other day, and some dude asked me if I wanted chitlins. I was like, I don't even know what the heck that is. I don't eat chitlins.
You don't know what chitlins are?
Nah.
I think it's definitely pork intestine, pig intestines.
What?
You're not messing with that?
No.
I've never had
You want intestines?
I never had that myself, but my parents have said, like, when people are cooking chitlins, you do not want to be in the house. I heard it stinks. It does not smell good at all.
Yeah, I don't play about that intestines foolishness.
I know a SEC Media Day coming up soon. Like, who are you looking forward to hearing from most?
Probably the big dog, Kirby. You know, last year he had that big soundbite of, "We won't be hunted at the University of Georgia," and everybody kind of took that with their own play, whether it was nobody's going to come in our house and beat us, or if our fans were going to, you know, be putting hella pressure on us. But Kirby always got a big soundbite. He always going to have something sharp to say, so I'm waiting to see what soundbite he gives us this time.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know you say you played receiver in high school also. So what receiver has influenced you most? I know you play running back now, but you probably grew up watching receivers.
Honestly, the high school I went to, the best player to ever come out of my high school, and in my opinion, I'm biased because he's my favorite player, the best player to ever come out the DMV, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was easily my favorite player. I've watched his high school tape, college tape, NFL tape on replay time and time again. I've trained not with him, but at his same facility out in Columbia, Maryland with Myron Flowers. So, you know, I've always watched him. He's always been a great inspiration, the way he helps out our community, comes back, throws on camps, all that stuff.
Yeah, I also remember, like, you in the team room the other day saying, like, you want to give back to your community. So in what ways do you feel like you could do that?
Just kind of growing up, being in the DMV, I've lived in a lot of parts. And me, I'm grateful to say I've had a privileged life. My parents gave me everything I could ask for, but I had a lot of friends, a lot of classmates, a lot of teammates that I know didn't grow up like that. Just kind of, you know, missing father figures in their lives, or just missing structure that I was blessed by God to have. So, you know, one of my main things I want to do is build a Boys and Girls Club. Whenever I get the money to do that, we'll build a Boys and Girls Club in specifically Southeast DC, a troubled area where one of my best friends grew up. And, you know, just kind of show boys and girls in rougher areas that there's another way. There's a right way to do things outside of what they might be shown online or in their everyday lives. That, you know, you can make it out without having to hold a football or shoot a basketball. You can be a doctor, engineer, scientist, all that stuff.
Man, that's dope that you already have that, like, planned out,
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club. So
Makai, you've been here 2 years, a year longer than me. You've seen dudes come and go, going to the league and whatnot. Who are you most excited from this last year to go see ball out in the league?
from this last year, honestly, Stetson Bennett. People still are asleep on him. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like he's proven himself time after time, but I'm really excited to see what he could do for the LA Rams. I'm excited for him this season, man. What about you?
I'm biased. I play running back. I got to go with Kenny. I mean, people don't know this. This is very undisclosed. Me and Kenny are actually related. Kenny is way down the line. Me and Kenny are cousins, but I'm really excited to see him do his thing. He's always been a great leader for us, so, you know, I'm excited to see that.
Where's Kenny from?
Kenny's actually from Florida, Fort Lauderdale. I got family tied there. Some way down like the 1800s. We tied together.
Really, that's crazy. I would have never expected that. Like,
I didn't expect it either. We found out here.
Yeah, how'd y'all find that out?
My grandma one time, you know, you call your grandma once every 8 years. I called her one time on the way back from practice, and I was like, "Hey, mom," or "Hey, grandma, how you doing? How you been?" She's rambling on, love her to death before she gets mad at me. And she was like, "Have you said hi to your cousin?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "On the team." I was like, "Grandma," I'm thinking she's going crazy. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "McIntosh." And I was like, Kenny? She goes, yeah, he plays running back. And I'm like, what? I talked to my mom. She's like, oh, yeah, y'all are related. I go to him because me and Kenny have always been cool, but we weren't, you know, the best of friends. So I went up to him, and I'm telling him, and he's like, wow, and keeps moving. But nah, Kenny's a great dude. I love him. He's always been cool. He helped me get accustomed to this place, so I respect him.
Yeah. Not many know, though, you started a clothing brand, JTT. Yeah. What has been your inspiration for that?
Honestly, it's a little corny. JTT started as a nickname in high school when I played receiver. I got the best feet in the DMV ever. I don't care what his face is saying. I have the best feet to ever come out the DMV. So JTT actually stands for, the original name was Jakey Toe Tap. If you threw it to me on the sidelines, I was always in bounds. 2 feet, 3 feet, 8 feet, all of them were going down. It changed after my aunt passed. Like I said, her last words were love everything. So the brand name is JTT, but the meaning behind it is love everything. I'm wearing the shirt now. I make girls' clothes, men's clothes, hats, anything you could think of. Recently, actually, I just partnered with Cloud Athens, just up the road, to start making the merchandise for them. So, you know, it's going well.
Yeah, it's definitely been taking off. I see people around campus wearing it all the time. I still have yet to place an order. Probably.
Yeah, he's fake.
I'm going to do that right after the show.
He's not.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob, I know you're not from the South. I know you're from the DMV. What is your favorite spot to eat at since you've been in Athens?
Honestly, coming down here, I'm picky. So back home, I had my 2 or 3 spots, and I stuck to them. So it was kind of weird coming here and having to find new places. But I broadened my palate a little bit. I like Nuke's. Nuke's right up on Baxter Street. I enjoy them. I went to them before I came here. And probably the other place I would say would probably be Batty's Burgers. I know they're new, but that sauce is killer. And I go there at least 2-3 times a week, especially if we get red card. What would you say is your favorite spot here?
Okay, so we've been talking in the locker room, me and a couple of the players, and now it's been getting around that I do not like soul food or barbecue. So all those food spots in Athens have been eliminated, and everyone has called me crazy for not liking either one of them.
He's insane. I don't know how you grew up in the South and you don't like soul food or barbecue.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like fried food that much, and I don't know. I don't know. But my go-to spot is Gusto. Gusto. Especially if we have red card. I'm there every time we have red card. Literally. I know everybody's name. Everyone knows my name. Like, we're locked in. No, I'm not addicted. It's just healthy.
Name basis at a restaurant is addictive.
How? It's just healthy. It's healthy. I want to stay healthy. You know, get ready for the season.
Right. Smart answer.
So if I'm going to get red card, I'm not going to get something that's less healthy like American Deli or, you know.
That's a good save if Coach Kirby's watching.
Hey, we're at alumni cookie dough. What would you say is your favorite flavor of cookie dough?
I'm basic. I'd probably say my favorite flavor is cookies and cream. I stick to it. I don't really change off of it. Milkshake, ice cream cake, all of it's going to be cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. That's literally the milkshake I'm drinking right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good flavor. That's all I stick to.
Definitely. Make sure you guys stop by at Alumni Cookie Dough on North Thomas Street in downtown Athens. We all know you're a running back here at the University of Georgia. I'm sure your favorite sport here is football, clearly. So if you could not play football, what sport would you play?
Basketball. Down here, down in the South, football is king. That's clearly all y'all do. You know, the fans, that's the biggest sport down here. Back home, basketball is king. Football games, we'll get a crowd, you know, high school, college, whatever. With basketball games, you got grown men running on the court, dapping up 5-year-olds mid-game. Yeah. Like, I got videos of, you know, we call it, it's called National Hoop Fest. It's held in Maryland, actually where Pop grew up in Hyattsville. And they have a tournament of the best high school teams every year, and people come out in droves to come watch them. But yeah, if I couldn't play football, I'd definitely be basketball. What would you play?
I would say basketball. I watch basketball more than football, honestly.
That's fair.
But my hoop dreams were crushed by my own dad. He told me, I asked him, I was like, Dad, because I trained at this football place, but they also had basketball, like basketball training in there too. So I was like, Dad, like, you know, could you help out, pay for some training for basketball? He was like, you're not getting tall. I was like, it kind of crushed my dreams early. He told me I wasn't getting tall and he didn't want to waste the money.
See, I crushed my own dreams with basketball because, believe it or not, camera might add 5 inches, I'm 5'8". I'm not tall at all. But when I was little, I was one of the tall kids in my class. So I always thought I was going to be 6'5". And then as everybody kept growing, I just kept staying right there. So eventually basketball kind of dropped me. So yeah, I don't play it no more. But you know, we do play football. Football is clearly our main sport. That's the Georgia sport. If you couldn't play receiver, what position would you play on the football field? Or even better, what position do you think you'd be best at if you couldn't play receiver?
Okay, position I would be best at, I feel like running back. I've played running back in youth leagues. I know youth league is way different from college football, but I feel like I have the build for running back. Like I could play running back. If I could play any position, honestly, I think I would want to be a defensive end. I feel like defensive end is fun. Like you get to rush the quarterback, make plays, cause havoc. And I'm not a big guy, so I guess some little guys, you know, all little guys want to be big sometimes. So, you know, I think defensive end. What position would it be for you?
Position I think I'd be best at, receiver. That's what I grew up playing all my life. Like you, I played running back in Little League, but you know, at that age, it's just give the fast kid the ball and let him run around. But yeah, receiver is what I trained for all my life. Position I would want to play though is quarterback. I mean, we all grew up watching Brady. My guy was Cam Newton, you know, so I want to be that guy, you know, jumping across the line, 6'5", 250, doing Supermans in the end zone, throwing dots. That's probably what I would play.
Can you throw though?
I can throw. I could definitely throw. Honestly, I told Coach Gummy on scout team to let me do the trick plays, and he just never really gave me the opportunity. But, you know, he going to open up the offense for me this year on scout team for sure.
For sure. Now, I know you're from Good Counsel. Where's that at in Maryland?
That's in Oney, Maryland.
Oh, okay. Did you guys play like a national schedule, or did you just play local high schools?
We played competition. We played a national schedule. Just to give y'all a little backside, Ernest Green, our offensive lineman, y'all know he's from California, played at St. John Bosco. I actually played him in high school. We took the long flight from DC to California, and we played them, got our behinds killed. They had DJ Ugalele, who's now at Oregon State, I think, just was at Clemson. At that point, he was probably bigger than any dude on our team, running through everybody. I mean, their whole team was D1. We had a good team. We actually won the championship that year, but that was a different level of football we weren't ready for. But yeah, we played a lot of people. I played Marvin Harrison in high school, Rakim Jarrett, who just got drafted, Brian Brzee, all of them.
You guys had a lot of competition in your high school playing a national schedule. We had some players though. I played in Gwinnett County.
Right.
So we had players definitely that come through there. Gwinnett County is one of the best counties in Georgia for football.
I heard that.
So do you think the DMV is messing with Georgia in football?
I'm gonna get killed for this, even though I want to say, because I'm here in Georgia, but I can't flip up. The DMV has produced too many guys for y'all to touch us. And I get it, you know, Georgia's got this whole thing about we're the best. We come down here, we're not losing. Marietta, when y'all had that dog team with Arik, and I know they had B.J. Ujulari, and the quarterback I know was really good. All respect to them, we beat them boys by 30. So I'm gonna just say DMV over everything when it's about football.
I'm sorry. You know they won state that year, right?
We would have won state then, but we beat them. I'm gonna just stick by that. Sound like the DMV won state.
So who is your competition then in the DMV or in your area?
St. John's. In our conference, we had St. John's, DeMatha, Gonzaga, which is the school of the recent Heisman winner, Caleb Williams. So we had a lot of competition. The best school, you know, I hate to say it, but you know, I'm not gonna, you know, sit up here and lie. It's probably St. Francis. They're just a powerhouse. They're pushing out complete Power 5 players every year. But yeah, I mean, we had a lot of competition.
Wait, did you play them while you were in high school? I know Denallen played there for a little bit.
We did. During our COVID year, we played them, and back home there's a little bit of controversy over this because they say they didn't have their full team, but we beat them my COVID year. Then they came back with clearly their full team, and we did not compete my senior year. They were doing backflips on the field. It was bad. But yeah, we got killed my senior year, but they were good.
Yeah, COVID year, everyone tries to not count it, so they and then they beat you guys, so it kind of really felt like it might have not counted on.
Yeah, we didn't. We put that win in the back pocket. We ain't never talked about it after that loss.
I know it's your second year on a team. What games are you looking forward to most this season?
If I go home and away, home game, probably South Carolina. Basically, my whole family and my uncle's coming to that game already. They've already reserved tickets. I don't even got a choice. And then away game, probably Tennessee. I mean, last year they had a great team. They came here. Fortunately, we were able to get that win. But, you know, Sanford was rocking. I think when they had like the decibel meter on the Jumbotron, it said like 130s. I mean, it was loud, and the fans did not stop even when the rain came. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, part two, basically. What do you think the two games you're looking forward to are?
Ole Miss at home. I feel like that's going to be a good game. Ole Miss at home. And then Tennessee, just because I heard their stadium is like no other.
Yeah, you know, Tate talked about kneeling.
Yeah,
I saw it on his show.
Tate talked about it a little bit. They said their stadium's rocking. I have not been there yet, so.
I haven't been there. I was supposed to go, but I never went.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the show on Untold Stories. Make sure you guys start commenting who you want to see next and what questions you guys have. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Players Lounge. Go Dogs.
Hi, thank you for having me on the show. My name is Jacob Hardie. Y'all go on Instagram and look for @JTT brand. We got good deals all the time, and we're just building up.